So about a month ago, I went to New York City to reunite with some lovely people and to eat some incredible vegan food. But I actually was a bit hesitant to post this video because, not to state the obvious, but the state of the world and the US right now feels really, really scary and hopeless. And I was like, what is the point of anything anymore? But I guess I can still offer a brief escapism and a distraction because I personally also don't know how else to cope. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video though. And a quick thank you also to Squarespace for the support and for helping me somewhat afford these insane New York prices. Last note, this video focuses on everything I ate outside and not the in-between sort of snacks or inside meals, which for the most part were either Cliff Bars or oatmeal. So I stayed in Bed-Stuy and Bushwick, so only in Brooklyn. I love making my way over to Manhattan, but Brooklyn I definitely prefer staying in. It feels a lot more homey, to me at least. I had this ball-shaped vegan and gluten-free cookie with me. As good as it looks though, it tasted a bit off to me. Or maybe I just didn't like it as much. If you've ever had their vegan cookie, let me know what you think of it. My walk ended at this cafe called Stone Fruit Espresso Kitchen. In the back, this place is connected to a plant shop called Stone Fruit Botanical. It's got this huge table in the center, and they allow you to sit there and hang out and work on your laptop even. Allow me to introduce you to my lovely friend Jordan here, by the way. You will see a lot more of her in this video. She then took me and her friend Maria to this place called ATM Vegan Deli. I am a huge fan of this establishment. They sell classic New York deli sandwiches, but as the name suggests, they're all vegan. This one's the SEC.
Thank you. A little bit of like, wait, I'm trying to do what they do like when they're like...
You'll see me returning to this deli a few times in this video because this is filmed in chronological order. Well, yes.
Oh, it like goes over your ear.
What part?
The top? Like that. Yeah.
Oh
so you've got that side.
I have really small ears.
I know, I do too. I have
Like they're
ridiculously small. Can you hear?
Turn it up.
This is a Queens-bound G train.
In the evening, I traveled to Manhattan to reunite with my long-lost love, Sweet Green. God, I miss Sweet Green. Which, you know, I'm just casually eating whilst watching The Notebook on a rooftop. If you're wondering, it's at the Rooftop Cinema Club, Midtown. I saw they were playing ads for Gossip Girl reruns as well though, which sounds beyond iconic to me. Next day, I went to a little smoothie juice bar in the morning. I went for the purple disco smoothie, which was super nice. Then I made my way to this cozy little cafe called Brooklyn Kolache. This became sort of my home base while I was there. It is perfect for co-working.
Hi.
Hey, could I get the vegan biscuit to go, please? Yeah.
They sell a bunch of pastries and biscuits, but they only have 2 vegan options. Right across the street is the ATM Vegan Deli, which I naturally had to go back to get another one of these breakfast sandwiches. Alright, the following morning once again began with acai, this time from a place I visited a few years ago already called Playa Bowl. Their bowls are made with pure acai, so they taste amazing, but they do melt quite fast. Then I went and gave an interview, a video podcast even.
Hey, thank you for joining us.
I normally don't do interviews and I was really nervous. Turns out it was actually so much fun. It was organized by my now new friends, Will and Paul. And this was for a series called Accidentally Ethnic. So we talked about my background and Berlin and cultural identity and having been basically raised on the internet. But yeah, I will link both of their socials down below, and they'll probably post about when this comes out. In an attempt to shoot some B-roll, we ended up at this place called Plant Junkie, which not only has really nice vegan cookies, but also so many fun and interesting sounding bowls.
That's my favorite bowl.
Yeah. My friend got the cookie earlier as well, and that was really good too.
Oh yeah, the cookies are good. Thank you so
Have
much.
a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Will you be posting a video about it?
I will be posting a video,
Oh.
but it's gonna take a few weeks.
Of course,
So,
you have to edit it.
yes.
I was recommended the Bangkok noodle drop bowl. Very good choice, very fresh. Would return to this place in a heartbeat. The next day, some friends and I took a trip to Beacon, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours by train.
My favorite that I'm gonna stop using in 2 days. So if you have anything like want me to ask for the last time, tell me now. I can't do it.
Our main motivator for going to Beacon was not necessarily the beautiful idyllic nature or the modern art museum.
Beacon experienced a revival beginning in 2003 with the arrival of Via Beacon, which is what I was saying, one of the largest modern art museums in the United States.
Wow, really?
You know, our number one reason for travel was this vegan donut shop.
Ube, but I kind of in a way I feel like, to me, like pistachio, like whenever it's like in dessert, it always has like vanilla. It's like nutty but vanilla.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the ube and the pistachio are like kind of
Similar? Okay.
Making a choice of which donut to get here was the hardest thing I had to do on this trip thus far. So I bought 3, but we shared all the ones that we got between us.
It's so good.
This one is coconut Samoa. This one's pistachio. But my top 2 were the green tea black sesame and the strawberry jam filled one. Yep. Beacon has some incredible options for vegan food considering it's like a tiny town. We went to Momo Valley for lunch, a restaurant that serves Himalayan food. It's got a whole separate vegan menu, and so Jordan and I shared a bunch of things. Yeah, we had these lovely vegan dumplings, a fermented cabbage potato soup that came with rice, and this vegan platter, different vegetables and bean stews, pickled foods. When it comes to day 5, I've only got one interesting food moment to share with you. This is Norma's Corner Shop, a cute little sandwich place in Bushwick or Ridgewood area. They've only got one vegan option, but it's kind of insane. I need to know what brand of cheese it is that they use.
Wow. They'll come over here in a second. Can I say hi real quick as well? Sorry to knock Dude, shut up. Che bello sei. No, they're super cute.
Sunday, my friend Lola and I woke up super early to go take the ferry to see Miss Statue of Liberty. Smaller than I thought. Next we went to this crazy busy bagel place, but the line moved really fast. Like, they've got their system figured out for sure. It was very efficient. I did an everything bagel with spinach and artichoke tofu cream cheese, a vegan sausage patty, and tomato. This was kind of incredible. Gotta say, it was really good. We ate the sandwiches in a random skate park. And afterwards we went to Amore Cafe, which they unfortunately don't have too many vegan options, but they do heavily advertise this banana pudding iced matcha, and it really reminds me of the iced banana matcha I made on this channel not too long ago. I'm gonna try to find that video and put it in the description. On our way back to Brooklyn, we briefly stopped by Unregular Bakery. I could simply not get one of these in chocolate dipped pain au chocolat. I saved the croissant for later in the evening, but it was incredible. 10 out of 10. Probably the best vegan pain au chocolat I've ever had.
Boom. Miss Sugar was pregnant.
Sugar, that name is so sweet.
They are all named after Maroon 5 songs because I had just seen the show with my mall friends.
Which one's payphone?
That's Payphone.
I'm gonna go to my room.
The next day, I really had to catch up on work, so I didn't do much food documenting, sorry. I did go back to the vegan deli at one point though, to grab another sandwich. This one was not my favorite. It was like a hybrid between a grilled cheese and a burger. Also, I got lost with public transportation like crazy that day. Now we're entering the second week of the trip. New York started to really feel like summer. For breakfast, I went to this place called Headrest Coffee. I wish I would have gone here multiple times. I really like this place. Incredible vegan bagels. I also heard that their donuts are really good. I didn't try them myself. They've got really cute merch, and just the overall general vibe and aesthetic of this place really speaks to me. And dare I say, best bagel I had during my trip. It came with vegan egg, greens, tomato, vegan cheese, and some vegan bacon that was so hot it burned off half the roof of my mouth. I then went back to Brooklyn Kolaches to do some more work on my computer. Here I had a matcha cardamom iced latte with macadamia milk. I don't think Berlin does macadamia milk. It's pretty good.
There's like an art museum on the back or something. Right. But I didn't go to the art museum, I just thrifted it.
For dinner that day, I went to this place called Monarch Izakaya in Williamsburg. They do different Asian-inspired fusion. So we got the gochujang cauliflower bites. These oyster mushroom bao buns were insanely good. We also got the sesame cold noodles.
It looks amazing. And I'm filming this on the phone.
I love an iPhone shot.
My favorite thing by far was this cheesecake. I need the recipe for this. I'm so serious. I think this is the nicest vegan cheesecake I've ever had. And it's probably because of the plant-based cream cheese that they use that I don't have access to.
It's good.
Yeah, I like that.
The size of this cheesecake was so tiny though that afterwards Jordan and I decided that we weren't done yet with dessert. Thankfully, basically around the corner, there's Martha's Country Bakery, which does serve you cakes until midnight.
Let's go. Like the cake was so small that the other restaurant are gonna get more.
And they surprisingly have a bunch of vegan options.
Wow. Wow, those are huge slices as well.
They're really
appropriate.
And you know, this is the cake sizing that I would expect from an American establishment. The chocolate cake was pretty good. I just wish they didn't use buckwheat flour, which has a really strong taste that not everybody loves. By everybody, I mean me.
All right.
The following morning, Lola and I went to Chinatown to visit Paper Sun's Cafe. Such a cool place. They have some of the yummiest and most unique latte drinks ever with so many vegan options. And so I got to try the coconut condensed milk latte, which I have to recreate. The black sesame latte was wonderful as well. But my favorite one was this red bean iced matcha. And it's not just like a hint of red bean, but a full-on sweetened red bean paste flavor, which I think goes so well with the matcha. They've got a good selection of vegan treats to choose from as well. For instance, this beautiful moon cake filled with, I believe, a black sesame paste. They've got vegan pork buns, which are made with seitan. Amazing. Oh, and these fried sesame rice bites. They're like deep fried mochi. So we were in Manhattan that day to attend a Seth Meyers late night taping. And I mentioned that to my parents the other day. And I think for a good few days, they believed that I was the guest. Love that they think that that is a possibility. Back in Brooklyn, I passed by this juice place called Pressed. And I bought the Trixie Mattel collab because that is the sort of marketing that gets me. I believe it's dragon fruit flavored. I had an hour to myself here, and so I took a little stroll through an antique store, very Ethel Cain. And then I met up with my friend Sam. We went to this place called Garden Carver, and it's like a vegan sandwich, quote unquote, butcher shop. They sell vegan meats and cheeses, and I have to emphasize, just the yummiest sandwiches, or at least the one that I got, was unbelievable. It's this vegan meatball sub. Sam knows so many wonderful New York recommendations, and she has an Instagram where she talks about that specifically, so I will definitely link her stuff down below. It was just warm enough for summer to be nice that day, because the next day, New York got even hotter and muggier. So yeah, if I look super sweaty in these next clips, it's because I am. I'm back at the vegan deli. Like, where else would I go? That night, Jordan and I went to one of her favorite restaurants called Hangawi. It's a fully vegan and quite fancy Korean restaurant. So we started things off with a sweet plum tea, and despite the heat, it's really good.
It's Christmassy. I want to try it though.
We had these fresh tofu dumplings that came with this, I believe, spinach green sauce, which is really good. We got some bibimbap, of course. But then my personal highlight was these cakes. And I have to say, they were better than the Martha cakes.
What is this again? They just said it's black magic.
Only going here for desserts would be worth it, because this space is definitely on the pricier side. But yeah, this is one of my last nights. Maybe it was the heat, but the next day I felt horrible, like so sluggish. I didn't want to do anything, and the only food moment that I recorded was a very strange collection of snacks. A scallion vegan cream cheese bagel, vegan chickpea empanadas, a gluten-free peanut butter chocolate chip cookie, a jar of expensive but disappointing pickles, pineapple coconut water, and another sparkling tea drink. The next day, I did some souvenir shopping, and the only food worth noting was a vegan burrito from this place called Super Burrito. Really yummy, really fresh, really filling, and I would say good value for the New York price. In the morning, I went back to that Trixie Mattel juice place, and Jordan and I got some vegan frozen yogurt there, which tasted a lot healthier than it looked, but this was breakfast basically, so I didn't mind that at all. Although we did pair the frozen yogurt with some sourdough donuts from this place called Donut Plant. Very, very different to the donuts we had in Beacon. Strangely savory and sweet at the same time.
I like it. It's like, you know. Maybe it's the oil they use or something. It was like the first bite. I was like, it's like a jolt or something. I was like, is this dinner? And then it's strawberry.
The afternoon was spent at Jordan's late birthday picnic, which is super cute. I was just moping around and very sad to say goodbye. But yeah, that is it for my New York eats and my New York travel diary. Hope you guys enjoyed it. New York really is a magical, strange place. I don't know how much it comes across in this video, but from like personal things that happened to me while I was there, it was definitely one of the more intense trips I've ever gone on. Like, just the craziest things would happen to me constantly, and I wouldn't have time to process them, because then the next crazy insane thing would happen right after. And so I legitimately have been recovering from these 2 weeks for the past like 3 weeks. But yeah, I feel like I'm slowly becoming a human again. There is actually one story time I did still want to share with you guys. On my last final night, I was invited to join this cute little rooftop gathering in Brooklyn. Definitely not a big party, but more of like an intimate setting. About 8 people joined, of which I knew 2, but it was a really cute way to spend my last night. But then someone else joins, and I actually open the door to them. We both look at each other and we're like, I know you. And turns out that is the guy that works at the ATM Vegan Deli, my home, the place I visited 4 times. I didn't go to any other restaurant as much as I did to the Vegan Deli. Even like the cafe footage that I took of him in this video was about a week and a half before we met, and we didn't know that we had mutual friends. It's also funny that we both remembered each other, and I don't think this moment was as like monumental to him as it was to me, but it felt like such a strange but wholesome, like full circle moment for me because it was my last night. Yeah, just stuff like that just kept happening to me while I was in New York. In Berlin and in my day-to-day life, I don't experience this much in 2 weeks. I tend to not. And while this was definitely a really, really cool experience, I'm also so happy to be back and to be able to just exist for a while. If you enjoyed this video, some ways to support would be to click the thumbs up button, to leave a comment, or to check out the sponsor of this video. So I appreciate that so much. Yeah, take it away, me doing the ad read. Squarespace makes it really easy to create a beautiful website, connect to your audience, share your art, sell your products, sell your content, and more. Start by choosing from their wide range of professionally designed website templates to get started, or build your site from scratch if you prefer. Also, create a new logo while you're at it. Have your website quickly get discovered with their optimized SEO tools, meaning you will show up more often in people's search engines, and therefore grow your brand and business the way you want. If you need extra help, don't hesitate to ask their 24/7 award-winning customer service. Start today. Go to squarespace.com/MeNowRome and use the code MeNowRome to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
No.